जयम् उदीरयेत्
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, verse 56. Dvastamaya gunodarko niruddha karanasaya nivartitha khilahara आस्ते स्थानुर इवाचला तस्यांतरायो मैवा भू संन्यस्ताखिल कर्मणा ध्वस्तमाया गुणोदार्को निरुद्ध करणाशया निवर्तिताखिलाहार आस्ते स्थानुर इवाचला तस्यांतरायो मैवा भू संन्यास्ताखिल कर्मणा प्रीति रूपिणी
ध्वस्ता माया गुणोदर्को निरुद्ध करणाशया निवर्तिताखिलाहारा आस्ते स्थाणुरिवाचला तस्यांतरायो मयि भावो संन्यस्ताखिल कर्मणा
दिव्य रूप रेवती
ध्वस्तमाया गुणोदार्को निरुद्ध करणाशया निवर्तिताखिलाहार आस्ते स्थाणुरिवाचला तस्यांतरायो मयि भावो संन्यास्ताखिल कर्मणा
Translation purport by His Divine Grace of Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Synonyms: Dvastha, being destroyed. Maya Guna, the modes of material nature. Udarka, after effects.
After effects.
Niruddha, being suspended. Karana asaya, the senses and the mind. Nivartita, stopped. Akhila, all.
Akhila, all.
all.
Ahara, food for the senses.
Ahara, food for the senses.
Senses.
Aste is sitting.
Aste is sitting.
Sitting.
Sthanu, immovable.
Sthanu,
Manu,
immovable.
immovable.
Iva, like.
Iva, like.
Like
Achala, fixed.
Achala, fixed.
Achala.
Tasya, his.
Tasya, his.
Antaraya, hindrances.
Antaraya, hindrances.
Hindrances.
Ma eva, never like that.
Ma eva, never like that.
Abhu, be.
Abhu,
Abhu.
Sanyastha, renounced.
Sanyasta, renounced.
Akhila, all sorts.
Akhila, all sorts.
all sorts.
Karmana, material duties.
Karmana,
Translation, please repeat after me. He will have to suspend all the actions of the senses.
He will have to suspend all the actions of the senses.
Of the senses.
Even from the outside.
Even from the
Even from the
outside.
outside.
And will have to be impervious to interactions of the senses.
And will have to be impervious to interactions of the senses.
Of the senses.
Which are influenced by the modes of material nature.
Which are influenced by the modes of material nature.
Of material nature.
After renouncing all material duties,
After renouncing all material duties,
he must become immovably established.
He must become immovably established
Beyond all sources of hindrances on the path.
Beyond all sources of hindrances on the path.
Purport. Dhritarashtra had attained by the yogic process the stage of negotiation of all sorts of material reaction. The effects of the material modes of nature draw the victim to indefatigable desires of enjoying matter, but one can escape such false enjoyment by the yogic process. Every sense is always busy in searching for its food, and thus the conditioned soul is assaulted from all sides and has no chance to become steady in any pursuit. Maharaja Yudhishthir was advised by Narad not to disturb his uncle by attempting to bring him back home. He was now beyond the attraction of anything material. The material modes of nature, the gunas, have their different modes of activity, but above the material modes of nature is a spiritual mode, which is absolute. Nirgun means without reaction. The spiritual mode and its effects are identical. Therefore, the spiritual quality is distinguished from its material counterpart by the word nirgun. After complete suspensions of the material modes of nature, one is admitted to the spiritual sphere, and action dictated by the spiritual modes is called devotional service or bhakti. Bhakti is therefore nirgun, attained by direct contact with the absolute.
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा धामधाय नगरग्रामधारिणे. नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangurlangai Tegirimet Kripa Tamahamande Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramanandam Bhagavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So Narad Muni is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj that please, just because now you are aware where he is, don't bring him back home. Because he is on the way back home. He is on the process of mystic yogic process, with which he is going to be not attracted by anything material, and he is going to even get himself beyond the three modes of material, nature's actions and reactions both, and thus situate in the transcendental realm of pure unalloyed loving devotional service. This is not a possible process generally. In 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the yogic process is explained, but this is impossible in the Kali Yuga. However, Kali was not just started at the time when Dhritarashtra was there, and Dhritarashtra was so determined Kshatriya. But by the mercy of Vidura and the Lord, it was by Dhritarashtra. It is required that spiritual master's mercy and Krishna's mercy both are needed in order to understand what is bhakti, what is speak of performance of bhakti. So the yogic process is the only way by which one can escape any kind of false enjoyment which is influenced by the material modes of nature through the senses. So Dhritarashtra has raised himself beyond all these attractions of material modes of nature. So it is called Nirgun. Nirgun means there is no material guna. Okay, because why it is called Nirgun? When there is spiritual qualities, material qualities are Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun. But spiritual qualities, why then there is quality? Guna is there, then why we call it as a Nirgun? Prabhupada is giving without any doubt very beautiful explanations. That he says that beyond the attraction of anything material, that means the material modes of nature, the gunas have their different modes of activities. But above the modes of nature is the spiritual mode. Now, what is the meaning of Nirguna then? Nirguna means without reaction. That is the point. In the spiritual mode, the effects and the mode, they are identical. That is why the spiritual quality is distinguished from material quality by the word Nirguna. But here, the mode and the effects are not identical in the material world. Every action mode triggers senses to act upon, and this action is called karma or vikarma. But on the spiritual plane, the mode and effects are identical in that when the mode triggers the senses to perform activity, that activity is called devotional service. And because devotional service does not have the reaction like karmic reaction. So that is called a Nirguna. This is very beautifully explained by Srila Prabhupada here. So one need to establish in the platform of devotional service, and renounced means utilizing, not rejecting, not avoiding, not detachment. It is utilize everything in the service of Krishna. It is like keeping Krishna in the center. Suppose there is a calm water in the pond, very silent, very peaceful water. I am taking one stone and putting it in one of the corner. What will happen? It will create waves. And I'll put another stone on another corner. What will happen? Again, it will create round waves. And I'll put another stone on another corner and the next one on the fourth corner. Now what will happen? All the waves will come and clash in the center with one another. Now think of like this. I have 4 stones still in my hand. Okay. And instead of putting in the corner, in the peaceful pond water, I am putting a stone on the center. What will happen? The round waves will be created. I'll put again another stone on the center and one more and one more. There will not be any clashes on the waves. You see, this is the beauty. Activities are the same. But whether you are keeping Krishna in the center or self-centered is what makes it karma, vikarma or akarma. So when you keep Krishna-centered activities, the same activities are called akarma. Then it is not entangling you. There will not be any clash when Krishna is the center. When 4 person in the family is performing activities as a self-centered activity, it is like putting the stone in one corner. There will be fight, there will be separation, there will be difference of opinion, there will be enmity, there will be enviousness, what not. All kinds of material qualities of mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance will exhibit itself through the activities against each other. Sometimes in favor, sometimes against. So this is what happens, and it gives reaction for every activity also, so they are entangled. But at the same time, like the same 4 person, keeping Krishna in the center when they perform the same activity for Krishna, what happens? This is called renunciation. This is called utilization. Here, no karma, no reaction will come. They will not be entangled by any kind of modes of reactions. They will be very peaceful. They'll be very happy. They'll be very blissful. These activities are called devotional service, and this can only be obtained when we get a spiritual master and follow the path by satsanga. By satsanga, we will get the spiritual master, and by spiritual master, we are saved. We can execute everything keeping Krishna in the center. So this keeping Krishna in the center, there are 9 devotional processes starting from Shravanam, Kirtanam, chanting the holy name of the Lord and hearing Bhagavatam and so on. And whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna and we eat the prasadam. In this way, try to dovetail everything, keeping Krishna in the center. We should never forget Krishna. Any performance we perform, we surrender that to Krishna. Krishna, we say no Hari Om Tat Sat. So we hand over all the result activity, everything, because it is devotional service. So devotional service can be performed for Krishna. This is the process suggested for this age of Kali very easily, Harinama Sankirtan, through which we can establish ourselves also in the same devotional platform. You don't need to undergo the severe penance and austerity and, withdraw your senses from inside and withdraw the senses from outside and not reacting to matter. These are all quite impossible and very impractical things. But very easy is engage, continue the senses be engaged, but on a superior taste by keeping Krishna in the center. Perform all the activity, your speeches, your hearing, your eating, your walking, everything should be dovetailed, keeping Krishna at the center. That is called Krishna consciousness. It's very easily practiced everywhere. Grihita ko, vanita ko, sadahari, bolita ko. Doesn't matter you are at home or you are in the temple or you are in the forest, you are in the renounced or you are in the retired stage. You can always practice Krishna consciousness, keeping Krishna in the center. And this is what our spiritual masters are doing and following it. Now you see Guru Maharaj has come all the way to Chennai. He's sitting in a Grihastha house, and what he's doing is performing the same Krishna consciousness activities. And everybody is surrounding them. They're hearing from him and they're taking blessings and they're practicing the same from their own house. This is very practical. This Krishna consciousness is very practical. So today Guru Maharaj is going to Mayapur. And probably today evening, if there is class, we will hear it from Mayapur. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. Let's resume our Bhagavatam class tomorrow after the chanting of the holy name of the Lord at around 8:15. What time tomorrow? Okay, 8:50.
நிர்குணங்கிற வேர்டு இருக்குல்ல,
Hmm.
transcendental அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். Means beyond 3 minutes.
Yeah. Bhakti, devotional service, or nirguna is transcendental. Nirguna can also be termed as transcendental because it is beyond the 3 gunas, above the 3 gunas.
Transcend English means
Uttama. Transcend means above the modes of material nature.
But Mayavadis they again and again use the word nirguna for spiritual or Krishna, saying that
No
there is
quality.
totally no quality. But Krishna has spiritual
This is a
quality.
misinterpretation of the Mayavadi that nirguna means no guna, no quality. It is impossible to have for a person to be remaining without any quality.
No, they
That
don't
is,
say no person. No.
yeah, they are impersonalist, no? So it is impossible for a person to be without any quality. So they want impersonalism. They said person form is also not there. So no qualities are there. This is Mayavada.
Supreme, that is fine.
And they are applying this on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, making him impersonal. Impersonal Brahman, where they want to go and merge. They want to lose their form also. They don't want to accept a form for Shamasundara, Shamam Tripangalalitam Niyata Prakash.
Because in scriptures, the Supreme Lord is mentioned as Nirguna in some Vedas. So they think because God is mentioned as Nirguna, that means without Guna. So the Brahman or Supreme Lord doesn't have Guna. Not like that. He doesn't have material qualities. He has spiritual qualities. He has spiritual qualities. Various beautiful characteristics. We see, various qualities of Krishna. 64 qualities of Krishna. Radharani, 64 qualities, all those are mentioned in teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Nectar of Devotion. So Lord has quality, but material qualities are not there. So he is called Nirguna, means material, Tamaguna, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna. These are the 3 guna, material gunas, modes of material nature. So these modes are missing, material modes are. There's some tips, add on point, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, bye.
Jai Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Patita
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Patita Pansala Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Bhagavat Satsang ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnav Pranam. Nivancha kalpatarubhyascha
पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्री महाराज की जय।
जय।
प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि